Hi Floss Tube, this is Stitchy Dutchy, and I thought it would be nice to just take you along on how I manage my threads using the Royal Rose. That's stitching from the left to the right in two rows or two blocks high. What I mostly do is clear away an area I want to stitch in, and that is by using two needle minders. So I take some of the parked threads and put that over the needle minders. So I've got a nice working area that's clear of any loose hanging threads. What I do is I select one of the threads and look it up as a parked thread on my pattern keeper. I double tap and I can see where I have to stitch. Mostly I work my way from the bottom up, and this is the lowest parked thread in this tower. The tower is 2 blocks in the Royal Rose, and I'm not really following it very strictly. I'm a bit of a rebel, or an infidel as we say. So I don't only park below in the dungeon, I also park to the right when ever the stitches are over there. And lately I've been trying to even finish the thread for as long as it stretches. So it's a bit a combination of the typewriter method and the Royal Rose, and it's working fine for me. I've nearly reached 50% on this one. I think I need about 8 or 9 towers. So hopefully I'll get to the 50% today or tomorrow. As you see, I'm not strictly staying within the same tower. I'm just moving over the edge to the next tower and stitching those few stitches of that color Z on pattern keeper. So this is the last one, and I've still got some floss left. I leave my needle in the last stitch because when I go downward then I don't see it anymore. And oh, there's another one down at the so that's over here. I'm not using my magnifier because that would get in the way of the video. So let me look if I can park it anywhere near. No, I can't, so I'm gonna finish it, and I'm finishing by using a pin stitch. That's also something that's not completely following the Royal Row rules. But if I don't fasten a little better than Ellie does, then I will pull out my thread underneath. So this is a bit of a length that's, yeah, do I keep it or do I throw it in the bin? For now I'm gonna keep it, and that's because on this one I'm using the Pecos, not the real, it's the cheap that I call the Facos. And it's easy to put a little bit of leftover threads back on the Peco. So now I'm gonna sign off these threads and I'm gonna select my new color. I also like to finish a whole square or block, so you can use that way of marking off your threads In this case, I think I will go for that one. Yeah, that's a nice one. It's not in the way of anything else, so that's just a way to select your next color to stitch. So you can always double tap and see if there's anything nice. This one would, yeah, I don't know, that would cross that color, so I prefer to do this one first. And as you can see, I'm not completing the full axis. I sometimes go with the bottom legs and then going back to finishing the top legs. The piece I'm working on is called Her Majesty in the Afternoon, and it's by Gina Matarazzo, and it's charted by Haid. I'm stitching it on a 25 count Lugana 1/1. And normally I would rotate between whips, but this is a very special one. This is gonna be in the nursery for my first grandson, and he's due in January. I'm not gonna finish it before that because it took me almost 4 months to get to nearly 50%, so I'm gonna need some more time. This color I'm also gonna finish in the same way with a pin stitch, just a few stitches between the stitched area or the last place I made a cross stitch. So it's gonna be stitched over, and I'm gonna come up to the front again, also a few stitches away, because I would cut off closer, then I will also pull out the pin stitch. Well, this is a piece that's not worth saving, so that's going in the bin. Marking off my stitches. And selecting the new color. I find that this piece is not very confetti heavy. It's also not very large color blocks, it's just in between, so a very nice and easy stitch. Still, you get a lot of parked threads, and yeah, it takes some time to find a nice approach of dealing with them. I think I found my way in that. Let's also play a little thread chicken. I've got 3 more stitches to do, and I'm kind of running out of thread. Not long before I'll be stitching thin air. But I really want to make it to that last stitch. So, and I think I will. Oh, it's getting very short. And I still need some room to finish it. So in this case, I'll just not wander off too far. And, oh well, I can still manage. Still got the room to go down again and to come up. I will just use the eye of the needle, that side, and just pull it through. So there you witness the little thread chicken. Now I mark off these, and this is always a point where you have to decide to complete the tower you're working in, or maybe work away the parked threads in the next tower. And for that, I just double tap and see what it brings. So over here, I've got a thread that's, well, let me split them. Do a little divide and conquer. This is only 1 stitch, so I could do that. And for this one, I just kind of measure if it will also take the, if it's enough to take the stitches of this tower. So I don't think that will be the case. I think it will not be enough. So I'll just put those there, and I'll look for another 1 or 2 threads, and then I decide to, well, this is also just 1. So I think I'm gonna stick to the previous tower and color complete that first. Yeah, this one would be enough, I think. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this one. And in my mind, I call this borrowing the thread from the neighbor tower or the neighbor castle, I don't know. But just go next door. And this saves me some time for starting a new thread in this color, in this tower. And yeah, there still was enough length in the next tower, so why not use it? Oh, that was not in the right place. I split a thread, a fabric thread that was. Maybe that my estimate was a bit off and that I won't be able to finish the color in this tower. But I also spotted that there's another parked one in the next tower, so I keep splitting my threads. That's because, well, I really need my magnifier. Got that one. Yeah, it's just too short, so I'm gonna pick out the last stitch and then I'm gonna finish the thread. With another little pin stitch. That's what I stitched, and I'm gonna switch back to filling in the rest of the colors of this tower, and for that I tend to use the least to most, so I'm just gonna double tap and see. This is only 2 stitches, and that is if they're a little further apart and you would only have 2 stitches, then everything in between will get stitched over by the next colors you're gonna fill in. So that's my approach for filling in a tower after the parked threads are gone. And then I move on to the next, and I also will see if I can borrow a few threads and just use that in the tower I'm working on. So that's my little rebel way of going around with a royal rose. And I'm gonna log off now and try to get this up to 50% as soon as I can. And I will see you on my next floss tube. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.